Hey, this is Carlo of 4GQ TV, and I'm here with.
Rob Edwards.
Hey, Rob. Can you tell me a little bit about what you've done in this project?
Oh yeah, well, this is King of Kings, the story of Jesus, and for me it was interesting because I had wanted to do a faith-based project for a while, and Jamie Thomason, one of the producers and casting guy, calls me up and says, "Hey, do you want to take a crack at this? I got this movie. It's coming out of Korea, and this may be right up your alley." And I see this translation. Jang had written a draft, and they did a rough translation into English, and they wanted somebody to do a smoother translation. And so I took it and I said, well, I think he would want to do these kinds of things: a little bit of humor, a little bit more rounded out character. And when they saw the draft, they said, yes, please do more of that. And so I did another draft, and that's what became the movie. So for me, it was like, I love I love stories like this, and I love this story, and it was just a great chance to kind of get involved and go.
So you said this was coming out of Korea.
Yes.
Was the story written in Korea originally for this project, or did they start the animation?
Well, Jay is Korean and a strong man of faith. And this is the story he wanted to tell. This is the way he wanted to tell it, through the eyes of Charles Dickens, telling the story to his son Walter, telling it in a way that is family friendly. A lot of times it's not, and a lot of times by the time a kid can watch it, 19 and cynical, and and so this was that, and and it just. So it starts and ends with him, and Woosh's cinematography and everything. The way it's told is magnificent, and hopefully it's a story that kids can watch and be inspired by, and they'll pass it on to their friends.
Is this the first time that you worked on something of this scale, as far as faith versus your other projects?
Well, Princess and the Frog actually has a big element of faith. When you're wishing on the star, it's a metaphor, and and it does. Wishes can come true, and whatever. There's a lot of faith in it. And so I love telling stories like that. I think there's a little bit of that in just about everything I do. And this is just a chance to do it overtly. Here's a man who actually did miracles, and the greatest story ever told about the greatest man who ever lived. And so yes, I was down for it, and I was ready to do it. I love telling stories like this. I wish I could tell more.
And last question for you.
Mm-hmm.
So when you went into this project, did you read a lot of different scripture?
Yes. Well, my mother was a lay reader. My dad was a deacon, and I grew up as an acolyte, and then I became a reader myself. And so I had an intimate relationship with these characters to begin with. I had thought about writing something in this category before, but every time you approach a new project, yes, you do have to do some research about the times, about the characters, the scriptures themselves. All of the gospels kind of disagree, right? So you have that, which interpretation do you want to go with? But no, I was very, very ready for it, and thrilled with the result.
Awesome. Well, one question for our fans out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun question.
Yes.
Do you like pineapple on pizza? Yes or no?
Pineapple on pizza? Absolutely no, never, no.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your convention.